Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, Pau Gasol is one of the real humanitarians in the NBA. An ambassador for UNICEF, he concerns himself with a lot more than just basketball. Jerry West said of Gasol, you can feel the warmth, the goodness in him. A real gentleman. If you're around him, you can't help but like him. Kevin?
A gentle giant, David, for sure. Thanks. And tonight, Steve, two top-tier teams going head-to-head. A lot of excitement around this one.
You want to see the best in the business go at it. Then you get a chance to measure yourself if you're one of those teams. I think other guys watching it on other teams, you get a chance to see great basketball.
And think of the viewership for this game, too, on 2K. They're going to love watching this one.
Huge!
What was that again?
Huge!
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Raptors. The explosive pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the backcourt. Jared Sullinger is out there with Damari Carroll. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
Lowry kicks to Sullinger. The shot misses. And the Spurs going the other way now. Over in the corner, Green. Pass to Aldridge. Fires from 18. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Carroll passes to Valanciunas. Feeds to DeRozan. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan. Here are the Spurs with the ball. Here's Parker. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
On defense, San Antonio. 4-point game. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. Gasol with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Parker leading the charge.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
Great defense resulting to immediate points. Head up, and as soon as he gets it, the ball is gone.
Sullinger dishes to DeRozan. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And Aldridge comes over to help. On the wing, DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's Leonard. Rebound by the Raptors. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Shot to end this cold run. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, Lowry will never hesitate to take a three. It's a big part of his arsenal.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Parker kicks to Green. Parker passes to Aldridge. 4 on the clock. Parker dishes to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. Raptors trail by 3. Shoots. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Sullinger. Lowry's got 5 now.
You saw the quickness of Lowry there. How he can stop on a dime and go up for the shot.
Leonard against Carroll. Leonard kicks to Green. Takes the 3. Good on the triple. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Dwayne Casey's one of those guys. Watching him coaching, his Raptors. He has passion on the sideline. He works extremely hard. He's such a competitor, pacing up and down the sideline. Dwayne Casey is a hard worker.
San Antonio leading by 4. Outside Gasol. The 3. No good that time. And Toronto will come the other way. Carroll with it. Gasol covering. Lowry can't get it to go. San Antonio's gone. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. That is his first foul of the game. Raptors trail by 4. Outside Lowry. He dishes it to DeRozan. Screened by Valanciunas. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. And the shot goes in.
Valanciunas getting rewarded there for putting down a solid screen on the pick and roll.
For San Antonio, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And they double up DeRozan. Sullinger dishes to Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And finished off by DeRozan.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor. He'll finish way up top with an alley-oop.
Spurs shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. Green kicks to Gasol. Three-pointer. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
There's a chance he could go for a big...
It's now. Hustle up. Listen, guys, we've got one guy doing all the damage out there.
Impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
And the Spurs making a change here. Ginobili's checked in. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That is his first foul of the game. Sullinger passes to Lowry. And there's the feed to Valanciunas. To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Carroll's got his first basket of the night.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
And here is Ginobili. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
DeRozan against Ginobili. Floats one up. Second shot opportunity. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
DeRozan in traffic doing a great job to come up with that rebound.
A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Dennis Mills in for Parker. A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Patterson comes in for Sullinger. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar Carroll. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Raptors trail by 4. Powell kicks to Joseph. Pirtle sets the pick for Joseph. Pass to Pirtle. That's tipped. In transition, here comes San Antonio. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Ross, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. Hills with it. He kicks it to Dedmon. Stolen by Joseph. One-on-one here. Ross with a wide open look. Hits the 3-point bomb.
When he gets a good look at the basket, Ross has no problem drilling a three.
San Antonio's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. There's a screen. Mills dishes to Dedmon. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It's like everybody is in a rhythm right now. Incredible stuff here early on.
The fans have to love this. Not so much for coaching staffs who are dying to see a little bit of defense to start.
Passes it to Pirtle. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And Jakob Pirtle enters the NBA after 2 seasons at the University of Utah. Last season, he won the Pac-12 Player of the Year, as well as awards for the best center and low post player in college basketball.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to play in Europe instead, but he thought the college route would be a nice experience. Certainly the exposure didn't hurt, and he made demonstrable improvement from year 1 to year 2.
And he's checked in for the Spurs. And Joseph kicks to Ross. Good. This game is all even. Ross has got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, plays solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
Kicks it out to Ginobili. From deep. And Pirtle pulls it down. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And there's the 3-second violation. San Antonio's gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. The 3 from Mills. Toronto grabs the miss. It's stolen by Green and stolen by Patterson. Dishes it to Powell. Shoots. Another shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Pirtle is so polished in the post. Defenders are always nervous when he has the ball down low. And the 7-footer, Jakob Pirtle, a smooth, fluid athlete for his size. And he's got tremendous bloodlines, guys. Both of his parents were members of the Austrian national volleyball team.
And Pirtle picking basketball over volleyball. I guess you could say it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they said growing up in Vienna, there wasn't a good youth volleyball program nearby, so he just went with hoops. And standing 7-1, I'd have to say it's worked out pretty good for the big fella.
Nice shot by Ginobili.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Now here's Joseph. He's guarded closely. Patterson, the screen. Now here's Powell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Just 5 to shoot. From the wing. That shot off the mark. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Cross, that's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Now here's Mills. He's covered by Joseph.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game right now. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Mills. Toronto trailing. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Powell, the pass to Joseph. Down low. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And guarding Pirtle is never easy. He's got so many moves and ways to get defenders to be overly physical with him.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Here's Mills. There's a screen to the middle. Here's Dedmon. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Every time we turn around, he's getting another dish.
Got it! Got it! What a shot!
I love that one.
Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
And one of the most competitive men ever to play this game, Manu Ginobili, spoke with us about this year.
Just rely on what happened in the past, then you're stuck in the past. And we, many of us, maybe our last shot, our last season, we don't even know if we're going to have another season. So, we want to do as good as we can.
Well, the fire is still there, but the energy and the ability, guys, to get it done physically, let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
They've been all over them. They are making things extremely difficult for their opponents so far.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Inside, it's Patterson by Valanciunas. Corey Joseph is out there with Lowry, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Raptors last season introducing a new logo, new jerseys, revamped colors to go with their new motto, We the North. It seemed to have captured, Steve, the spirit of this fan base.
Yeah, I think some teams like the Brooklyn Nets, they put Brooklyn across the front of all their jerseys, home or away. The Raptors, they like to keep that on the front of their jersey. They want to represent not just Toronto, but the whole country.
And DeRozan pitch to Valanciunas. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Valanciunas has got 4 points this quarter.
That's where Valanciunas is a handful, inside and on the block.
Ginobili dishes to Parker. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. No good with the triple. Toronto's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Patterson. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Good job from Valanciunas there to shrug off the defender and finish the play.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Some changes for Toronto. Jared Sullinger comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Corey Joseph. Great open look there. And it's 9 points for Manu Ginobili.
There was no defense present there whatsoever. Anyone could have made that wide open shot.
Here's Lowry, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Kicks to Gasol. Leonard with no one around, but they recover it. Another shot, and it's Gasol getting it to go. Gasol's got his third basket of the night.
You gotta love when you can get looks this close to the basket.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. He feeds it to Carroll. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He has to be somewhat careful now. 2 fouls in the first half. Doesn't want to pick up a third if he can help it.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And after hitting only 1 3 in the first quarter, he has none here in the second.
Leonard off the iron that time. Raptors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Greg Popovich has set the standard with more than 1,500 career victories. Last season, he set the record with his 18th 50-win season, passing Pat Riley and Phil Jackson. Pop told us that I've been here a long time and I've had good players. That's the formula. Getting the players is difficult, but I've been fortunate to have good ones. Guys, he's no glory hound. He knows what makes success.
No, but he can take a lot of the credit regardless. D.A., thanks. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Lowry can't get that one to fall.
Couldn't have been more wide open on that one.
Leonard, that's for 2. And he drops that one in. And the Spurs lead by 4.
You can't anticipate anything with him because his playmaking is so unpredictable.
DeRozan with it. Picked up by Ginobili. Outside Lowry. Sullinger the screen. To the middle. Here's Valanciunas. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Steve, one complaint the fans have had with Valanciunas is that he has not been given enough time on the floor. Whenever he's out there, he's impactful. But he is never, it seems, staying on the court as long as the fans would like.
Yeah, I think for him is he's been great in short bursts. He's never averaged more than 28 minutes a game, even when he's a starter in his whole career. Consistency for a long time is the next step for Valanciunas.
Here's Gasol. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Carroll, no one around him. And the Raptors miss again. San Antonio leading. Parker outside. There's the dish to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. And he's good on the 3 ball. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of 3-pointers here today.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Gasol against Valanciunas. Sullinger passes to Lowry. Screened by Valanciunas. Just 5 to shoot.
Look, he's doing everything he can to get out of this funk. Just been a rough quarter shooting the basketball.
The shot by Lowry, no good.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and is killing his team.
Ginobili dishes to Gasol. Fires from deep. A 3 from Leonard. No good for the 5th time from the floor this game. He's made 2 shots.
If his shots were just a little more on point tonight, they'd be holding a much bigger lead right now.
Parker with the steal. And they're running. Stops. Pops. They get the rebound. Gasol kicks to Leonard. Shoots over Carroll. Another miss by Leonard. Raptors trail by 5. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
Timeout.
Carroll's got 5 now.
You know Carroll's going to be looking for the 3.
Go. Let's draw it up. Look, I'm fine with our defensive effort, but I know we could be doing so much better on offense.
Say he's going to make a great coach one day. You just knew it was in his blood. Now you get a chance to see Steve Kerr, T. Lue, Tyronn Lue's one of those guys. He's going to make a good coach. And they're doing it right now and having a lot of success.
Kevin McHale, to me, was the thinking man's player, was a terrific coach. He did both, but he lost the job at Houston, which shocked so many people.
You know, I thought he did a fantastic job. And one thing you love about Kevin McHale, he also was a general manager, then got a chance to come to the coaching role. He just has a basketball mind. He loves the game.
And here are the Raptors now, trailing by 2. Lowry kicks to Powell. That ties it up.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
San Antonio's gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's Mills. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
In transition, here comes San Antonio. It's tipped. It's stolen by Lowry. Now the Raptors moving it up. Ross leads.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
I think, you know what? He sniffed out the opportunity on the break. That's called cherry picking.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And Mills kicks to Dedmon. Back to Mills. Six on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Green. Aldridge has got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Toronto's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. The shot by Powell, no good. For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. A 3 from Anderson. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Lowry. Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 5.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Back to Mills. Aldridge, the pass to Anderson. Pass to Mills. Fires the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. Corey Joseph comes in for Kyle Lowry. Patterson against Aldridge. Feeds to Powell. Pirtle kicks to Joseph. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And now a 5-point Raptor lead.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked,
but no. The reason why, he understands how to create space, got it off just in time.
Outside, Green. He dishes it to Dedmon. Here's Mills. Puts up a three. Dedmon's shot is off.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards. Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
That has to be the plan. Let's see if they recognize it.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Ross on the wing. The 19-foot shot. Here's Pirtle. That's tipped. It's stolen by Green. Here's Anderson. The stupendous finish in traffic. Now it's just a 3-point Raptor lead. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Raptors out in front, ending the second quarter on a 14-6 run. And now let's catch up with David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Jonas Valanciunas. You have been in the zone so far. What has your approach been down low in the paint?
I'm just playing my game. Kyle Lowry doing a great job passing the ball, so, it's good to play like that.
Starts with inside-out play, right? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They battled hard in the second quarter, and it was reflected on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go. We, and I mean the three of us, will be right here after the final buzzer.
A time-lapse view of the Friendship Torch and all the activity around it as we take you back here to downtown San Antonio. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about his scoring in that first half? He just looked like a different player today, really on point.
I thought the difference was he was more aggressive.
Toronto leading by 3.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
Parker and Green, the tried and tested backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Gasol at the 5, home in the paint. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. DeRozan's gone, just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%.
Whoa! Yes. Yeah, the assist by Parker, just brilliant. Really seeing his teammates out there.
The Spurs have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That one drops. He ties it up. And nowadays we see a lot less players who stay on one team for their entire career. Smitty, you played for 6 different teams in your career. Would you have rather stayed in just one spot?
No, I think when I look at it, when I look back at my career, at first at the time, Kevin, a little upset moving around, but the experience I got and to win a championship, I got a chance to move from organization to organization, meet so many different people. I like the change. My wife didn't like it.
I was just going to say, how'd your family react to all that?
Well, the one thing about it is my kids weren't old enough to change. They weren't in school yet, so that helped.
Huge.
My wife, I got to give her a lot of credit. She did a good job of being the champion at home while I was gone.
Do you know what they say? Behind every successful man is a surprised wife. You and I are lucky in that regard, aren't we?
Yes, indeed.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. The feed to Parker. Pass to Leonard. 5 on the clock. The 3. Toronto grabs the miss.
Oh, man. He hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And again, no good by Toronto.
3 straight misses to start the third period. Still trying to find that rhythm.
Here's Parker. That's good from 17 feet away. Parker's got 9.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Toronto working the ball around now. Lowry from outside. No good there.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. Well, going into the 2011 draft, the Spurs said it was a tough decision to trade away George Hill in exchange for the pick that became Kawhi Leonard. No remorse on that one now, though. Once again, the Spurs struck gold as Kawhi has developed into a true superstar.
Leonard hits them both. And with Kawhi Leonard, who was high school Mr. California basketball, interesting to look, Greg, at all the things he's done. Looking back and realize he was only lightly recruited coming out of high school.
Yeah, and he committed early to San Diego State and stuck with them once the bigger schools came calling. The ankles were an issue. I think that might have caused his draft stock to fall a bit in 2011. Only ended up going 15th in that draft, but in hindsight, probably the best player from that class.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, "I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself. Love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy." And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, DA. Thanks. Toronto calls timeout.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now.
You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Floats one. The shot by Lowry, no good.
That was a huge face-off at the rim. Two great competitors. Defense took it.
And it's slammed in by Ginobili.
You gotta love the effort from Parker, constantly helping get his teammates involved.
Lowry against Parker. Here's the floater. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his third rebound on the night.
Okay, his shot isn't there tonight. It's a major reason why they're behind. He needs to start sharing the basketball.
Got a piece of it. Parker with the steal. Lobs it up for Ginobili. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
This was a case of one man getting hot, and then it gets contagious and spreads throughout the entire team.
Lowry up top, covered by Parker. Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
No, he'll probably find himself on the bench watching the game like we are.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-3 run. Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Parker passes to Gasol. From outside, off the mark. Raptors trail by 13. Passes to Carroll. Takes a three. Buries it from three-point range. Carroll's got 8.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dishes it to Ginobili. He kicks it to Gasol. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. And Ginobili with the 3. Ginobili's got the lead up to 13 now for the Spurs.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. The Raptors also with a sub. Patterson's checked in. Parker against Lowry. And there's the pass to DeRozan. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Anderson, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. The Raptors also with a sub. Joseph's checked in. Here's Mills. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. There's a good screen. Down low, Dedmon. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
That's about as violent as a rim rocker as it gets. A real confidence builder.
Here's Mills. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 17.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
A lot of great shooters in the league with that high rainbow arc. The studies show it helps. You get more of the rim to shoot at than coming in from an angle. Steve, you were learning to shoot, of course, at one time in your career. Was getting a high arc on your shot something you were taught?
Yeah, it is. And sometimes, though, Kevin, some guys have too much of a high arc, and I think it hurts them. I think you got to get the right balance. You got to stay in the gym, watch video, and get a chance to just get a good rhythm. Because on some shots closer in, you don't want to shoot it that high. You just got to get a measurement on where you're at on the floor at all times.
Interesting, too. There are very few guys whose jump shot all look alike. They're all different in some ways. Do you think?
It is.
Yeah.
I think guys do get in trouble if you don't have enough arc. But I think some guys have higher, some guys have it right in the middle. It depends on the shot and where you're taking it from.
And the quickness of the release.
Yes.
I mean, there's so much built into this. There's the double team with Ginobili. Back to Joseph. Kicks it to Patterson. He feeds it to Ross. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. Spurs leading by 19. Here's Mills. Anderson kicks to Dedmon. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Toronto's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. Shot by Joseph, no good. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Leonard dishes to Dedmon. Spurs passing it around. Outside Leonard. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Powell kicks to Ross. Looking to end the run. Hits it from 3-point range. Ross has got 12.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Spurs leading by 16. Now Ginobili. 16 points for him. There's the dish to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Raptors trail by 16. Patterson passes to Joseph. Pass to Ross. There's the 3. The shot will not fall. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Outside. Sinks the triple. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Exactly what he's trying to do. Take an opponent that's struggling to keep pace and just put them further in the rearview mirror.
And that's classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And here's Mills. Dedmon dishes to Mills. From downtown, the rebound by Patterson.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Raptors trail by 18. Here's Powell. Softly drops in the floater. 7 points in the game.
Beautiful looking teardrop. That's a shot that's almost impossible to block.
San Antonio's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Dedmon kicks to Mills. Feeds it to Dedmon. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mills has got 6. Poked loose. And here we go. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
They have a huge advantage in fast break points today. Reason why they have guys who want to get out and run.
And recent huddle, let's listen in on head coach Dwayne Casey.
They're playing harder, they're cutting harder, they're running harder, they're playing defense on us harder down here. We're kind of tiptoeing on our cuts. We got to up our level.
And Dwayne Casey imploring his guys to put forth a greater effort, feels they're getting out hustled.
That's right. I mean, the one thing coaches cannot stand is a lack of energy. Expect these guys to ramp it up from an intensity standpoint.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So for Toronto right now, DeRozan and Carroll are out on the wings. Jared Sullinger is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Joseph in the point. DeRozan passes to Joseph. Carroll kicks to Joseph. He dishes it to DeRozan. No good on the triple. Spurs leading by 20. Here's Parker. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 6 rebounds in the game. DeRozan with it. And Joseph kicks to DeRozan. Launches a 3. DeRozan can't get that one to fall.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Wow, you know he's got to be beside himself. Terrible unforced error.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for San Antonio. Raptors also changing it up. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Patterson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Lowry for 3. And again, Toronto no luck.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Sullinger the screen. DeRozan against Green. DeRozan dishes to Sullinger. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
DeMar draws so much attention on that pick and roll that often he can get an easy score with a simple pass like he did on that play.
Parker against Lowry. Here's Gasol. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
And it's sent back by Aldridge. Spurs leading by 23. Green against DeRozan. Green passes to Leonard. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Timeout.
And the Raptors call time here.
Start it.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside.
At all for wanting to address that here in this timeout.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Simmons checked in for Aldridge. And it's Kyle Anderson in for Leonard. To the inside. Outside, Green. A three-pointer, no good. The Raptors have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Inside, the feed now to Carroll. From past the arc, trains the three-pointer.
Nice job from Carroll there to get his hands up and be ready for that shot.
Spurs leading by 23. Parker kicks to Simmons. The three. Toronto grabs the miss. Parker against Carroll. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the inside, and Gasol slams it in.
And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Wright against Parker. Wright dishes to Nogueira. Back to Wright. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Nogueira. Beyond the arc. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Some changes for Toronto. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Nogueira. DeRozan comes in, and it's Lowry in for Wright. San Antonio's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. There's Parker with the three, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And Toronto has possession. Now here's DeRozan. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
DeRozan, one of the biggest free agent names this past offseason, had a lot of interest from pretty much all around the league. But I'm sure DeMar enjoyed the entire process, but also sure that he's glad it's over.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team, and he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Gasol. Lee comes in for Jonathan Simmons. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And so he makes both from the line. San Antonio leading by 23. Here's Mills. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And for DeRozan in his free agency courtship, it's understandable to see why so many teams, Steve, wanted him on their roster.
Yeah, the reason why, he's coming off a terrific season where he was an all-star. And don't forget, he is still very young and has a lot of prime seasons left in front of him.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Chunas from deep. That's good from Lowry on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got his 6th assist on the night.
If Lowry gets his feet set under him on a catch and shoot like that, the odds are it'll go in.
And Anderson has it in the corner. Lee kicks to Dedmon. Back to Lee. Pocket 6. Sinks the 15-footer. Here's Lowry. Inside. Here's Patterson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Patterson is so active and efficient with his movements inside. Just a solid player, Patrick Patterson. Comes off the bench, but he also can play starters minutes. Slightly undersized, but finds a way to get it done.
And with Patterson, the Kentucky product, he's very comfortable both inside and outside on the offensive end.
Yes, also as a starter coming off the bench, but I think he's more effective coming off the bench. He brings instant offense for his team.
Anderson against Carroll. From the wing. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
This one for 3. Doesn't go that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. And the wide open shot from Ginobili knocks down the three ball. Ginobili's got 21 in the game.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
Now Lowry passes it to DeRozan. And the Raptors miss again.
Well, no one's scoring off that screen. That was terrible.
Mills can't hit.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Mills with the steal. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Aldridge comes in for David Lee. And it's Leonard in for Kyle Anderson. And the Raptors with a die-hard fan base. The fan support only getting stronger as they've become a consistent factor in the Eastern Conference.
This team is unique in the NBA. They represent the entire nation of Canada. Toronto is the league's 5th largest market. A lot of fans from far and wide tuning in and rooting them on.
The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. A new group in now for the Raptors. Pirtle, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Ross comes in for DeMar Carroll. Norman Powell's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And here's Mills. Leonard attacking. Dishes it to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
That's where it starts, for sure, at the defensive end. Comebacks are always triggered by aggressive D, and that was anything but aggressive there.
Patterson passes to Joseph. Shot to stop the run, and he sinks the layup.
He seemed like he was never going to come back down to earth. He hung in the air forever.
Mills with it. Aldridge a screen. And Mills kicks to Simmons. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Joseph. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Patterson, the screen. Shot off the screen. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 14 points for Joseph.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
I'm with you. I didn't think he'd get that one off in time, but his shot is so quick. He did.
The Raptors have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. They double him with Simmons. Now the pass to Joseph. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Ross kicks to Powell. Here's Joseph. Off target from three-point range.
A three-point marksman. He couldn't have asked for a better look. Sometimes it just doesn't go down.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Ginobili.
This was a player who was determined to carry the offensive load for them. You could see it. He was saying, it's on me. I'm going to take over this basketball game, and that's exactly what he did. Excellent bounce pass there to set up his teammate.
Aldridge a screen. Down low. Looking to end the drought. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
They're already celebrating. People are walking to the door, smiles. This one is over.
Kicks to Ross. That one falls.
Ross didn't seem bothered at all by the contact there. Nice finish.
Takes the three. He connects.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
The right time to start playing the best basketball that you can play. They are making everything right now.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Pal, how did you get into this game and be so effective offensively and in rhythm?
I just got to came out really aggressive, just trying to pound the boards, just forget about the shots that I can miss, or if I don't get a certain amount of touches, I just got to be aggressive and I got to get in the paint. So that's how I'm most effective, and that's what gets me going too.
Yeah, you were getting it done inside tonight, and that led to the win. Thanks, pal. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present our Jordan player of the game, Manu Ginobili.
There's a reason why Manu Ginobili has survived so long at such a high level. In every situation, he's ready. He's ready mentally, he's ready physically, he can dribble the basketball. If Tony Parker's not there, he can shoot the basketball, and I love seeing him play with that veteran presence.
Man, he took his game to another level tonight. He wasn't hanging in the background. He was their alpha dog. And he got the crowd going wild.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.